Hello, hello. Hi, Sagittarius. What's doing? I said to my daughter the other day, God forbid I should go live or have anything where there's not some kind of stain. My mom used to call me Messy Marvin's evil twin sister. So I just completely missed my mouth with my coffee. I have flaws. I try not to make denial one of them. Hi, April. Thank God. See, I have these. That's why I wear these all the time. They're multi-purpose. They cover the food stains. Hey, Corey. Hi, Syra. Hi, April. Hopefully, hey, Tata Chip. Hopefully we'll have Connie Joe back in the room. But I also think we may get a guest appearance from Meredith. Might drop in. She is a very busy lady. She's actually at the North American astrological conference. I left out a letter there. It's NORWAC. I'm not sure exactly, but she's very busy, but she may stop in. I know I was actually eating Tata Chips the first time Tata Chip wandered into one of my lives. All right, Sagittarius. So you guys may know, but at the end of the last sign of each element, Sag, Cap, Aquarius, and I try for Pisces, but the water signs, they get me. Usually I feel too drained by the time I'm done with Pisces to do live readings, but we have about 2.5 hours. There she is. I said we might have a special guest appearance from the amazing Meredith from her astrological conference. But at the end of Sagittarius, and those other ones, I like to give back as a thank you because I super appreciate that I'm a brand new channel and that y'all show up. So my way to give back is that I'm doing little free, I'll pull a card, ask a question. So definitely hang out for those. And hopefully we'll see Connie Joe back in the room. I know she was going to try to make it for Sag. She has the number 5 house. So there's always people in and out. She's a very busy lady, even when she doesn't want to be. But let's use the new cards for Sag. But if we don't catch her here, please join us on Tuesday night. I will be live on Soul Navigation, same place you go watch Friday nights. I will be live with Connie Joe. I will be the Vanna White to her Pat Sajak. She is both the beauty and the brains, and she's doing the transits for June. And it's going to be amazing. And so people do transit videos, right? You can find other transit videos on other YouTube channels. But what Connie Joe does is she will look where the energy is more focused. And she will talk about by rising sign, how the most impactful energy in transits that's going to be happening in June, how that affects your chart. So it's not just like a collective transit, so you can be aware of like the external energies that will be affecting you. She's literally going to talk about it per rising sign, which is so great. Plus she's Connie Joe. Warm peach pie. Sometimes I send Connie Joe things. And on my Amazon list, she's literally just on there as my peach. So one time the UPS guy was like, "Are you the peach?" Yeah, and go set the notifications. I know sometimes YouTube isn't great, so my new thing is, if there's something I really don't want to miss, I set the bell. I have, like, for the channels I love, I have the bell set, but I also will just put a little thing in my phone. They all have them now. You can set an alarm for, like, 3 days from now. And a good hack is, if you don't know where that is in your phone, but you have the Waze app, set it like you have to leave on a trip, and it'll send you a text to your phone. It's time to leave, only it'll be time to watch Connie Joe. You're welcome. Life hacks. All right, these cards are gorgeous. What else for Sag? Okay. Woo! Oh, I love that card. All right, so what we do is we look at the energy in case you're new. And if you're new, welcome. The community here is awesome. And they're funny. But what we do is we look at your energy and we look at other. And other doesn't necessarily have to be a person. It can be family, job. It's whatever other energy is impacting you the most. Whatever energy is affecting you, that's other. And then we look at the energy that those two creates, because, quantum physics, your energy and somebody else's or another entity's energy is going to create a combined energy between you two. So we're looking right now at the recent past. Now, for some of you, this could be the whole last year. It could be the last 2 days. It could be the last week. What it is the energy that you're kind of working yourself out of. Maybe energy that's still lingering, but what it really marks is whatever energy you're coming from, it's what are we supposed to extract from that time, from those influences, so that moving forward we can navigate how it's best for ourselves. So, winner, winner, chicken dinner. Y'all got the happy ending card. That can mean however you want it to mean. But you all have the happy ending card in your energy, which is the energy you're coming out of. The Ten of Pentacles, there's the Ten of Cups, and some people really love that. I personally like the Ten of Pentacles because it's not just all the love. It's not just all the emotion and all the passion and what it looks like. And none of that is bad. But with the Ten of Pentacles, it has some legs. Pentacles are happening in real time. So it means things showing up, right? Because like emotions, cups, thoughts, belief systems, in swords, and passion, desires, anger, impetus is all the wands. But pentacles you can hold. Pentacles are tangible. They are currently in play. And they also have a little bit more, not a little bit more, but it has some legs to it. I love that for you. I love that for you. Let's look at and we're going to clarify all this, and then we're going to take a message from your person. Hi. Oh, yay. I'm so glad you're commenting. Really, I'm such a judgment-free person. And so and I'm such an advocate, and I'm such a fan of boundaries. So it was really important that I wanted to have this judgment-free community, and this community really is awesome. People share all kinds of things in this community, and there's never judgment. In fact, I've experienced so much compassion just in my viewers. And if this energy feels good, it's because I'm playing off all of your energy. So that's all you guys. So welcome. So we have Eight of Pentacles on their side. Eight of Pentacles, you guys know I call that the Rihanna card. It's the work. Work. When we have Eight of Pentacles, it's working for something. It's building something for ourselves. It's really creating something that creates stability, whether that's stability emotionally, stability within a relationship, but your person is really, they're working. when I see Eight of Pentacles, I don't see like working as an obligatory, as it's almost a labor of love, because of it's to what end, and that end is something that really makes you feel accomplished, makes you feel satiated. I'm not mad at it. Then what we have in the middle, Sag, we've been doing, like, obviously today is fire day, right? Straight out the gate, so far, this is the best one. Like, not the best one, but because everything is exactly where it's supposed to be and everybody's where they're supposed to be. But, like, it's happy. It's a happy Sagittarius. And, you know, Sag is ruled by Jupiter. So, like, you know, happy is very comfy. That's why they're so much fun and often funny. So, Six of Pentacles in the center. And I should be showing you guys these cards. I'm trying to figure out the camera setup. The phone did not work because I have a tripod that'll hang overhead, and eventually you guys will have like the full view, so I don't have to do the holding up. But this Six of Pentacles is, yeah, it can be charity, but it's also reciprocity. What I say about the Six of Pentacles all the time is that it's that card that brings balance without complete balance. For me, Six of Pentacles, and the card somewhat traditionally is about giving to somebody when they can't fully give back, but it's still reciprocity. You know, like, it's the understanding and agreement that I will not always be 100% and you will not always be 100%. But there's going to be an ebb and flow in how we give to each other, so that it doesn't really feel like charity. I mean, sometimes we get Six of Pentacles surrounded by other cards. If I get it with the Devil card, then that's somebody who's, like, you know, making you feel obliged to them. But my corny ass just heard the girls just want to have fun, but as in Sag just wants to have fun. And now I can't get the image of Cyndi Lauper and her three-line shaved side head from when I was, like, you know, 12. This Six of Pentacles is pensive, and it's really cool to me. These are the brand new cards because there's a lot of frogs going on. Not gonna lie, I wish I had the community page. We'll get there when we get, like, I think it's like 1,000 viewers, and then I can post the things. I kind of want to look up, because I don't pretend to know anything. I don't. I kind of want to look up, like, what the symbolism of frogs are, because I've never seen so many frogs in a reading. She got a kitty cat and a frog. They're all just coexisting. They're all so different, and they're coexisting. This is a really beautiful vibe. Okay. Let's try the coffee again, and maybe this time I won't wear it. In the new energy, we have, I believe that's a queen. Giant. Not a little handbook. They switched the names around for us. What's the... Oh, wait, that's not... She has a crown on. I thought it was one of the... Is this the High Priestess? No, it's the Empress. All right. Oh, I practically poured it down myself, right? As I was saying hello. I'm here for comedic relief. I learned that a long time ago. I just leaned into it. We have the Empress for you, Sag. I'm not mad at it. In their energy, isn't this gorgeous? This card reminds me of a scene from the Blue Lagoon. If you know, you know, when the spider comes out of like the little stone statue thing. And I have full chills. It's a scorpion though. That's the Knight of Swords, which has shown up in almost every reading, either little private reads, or not private reads, but little individual reads that I've been doing at the end of signs. I think it showed up in almost every reading last night on Soul Navigation, and it has shown up for every fire sign today. The Knight of Swords coming in to have communication, feeling like it's overdue communication, rushing in to have that. The energy that's created is we have the Dreamer of Swords. And that is their page. This card is gorgeous. Page of Swords also came in reverse for Leo. Or was it Aries? It was Aries. This is also in reverse. I just want to show you the card because it's so pretty. The Empress understands her power. The Empress also is fertile. Don't get nervous. It's fertile in a way that like she can grow anything, and she understands this. I was called the Queen of Pentacles, my mini Empress, and I call the Nine of Pentacles my mini Queen of Pentacles. You know, she really... Frogs are cleansing, renewal, fertility. Thank you, April. I just love you. Mysteries and ancient wisdom. That makes sense. And I'm just sitting here talking about fertility in the Empress. It's an organic empowerment. It's not an egocentric empowerment or feeling in our power off of hubris, vanity, any of those things. The Empress can grow anything. She has a lot to offer in wisdom. It's the counterpart to the Emperor, right? Maybe he'll show up on this. But here, she's watching the child that's in the river. It's quiet, but there's a countenance, there's a calm, there's like a knowing in the Empress that's really beautiful. This is somebody who, you know, the fire signs in every reading today on your sides, gotta say they're all speaking to emotional development. Lil Jon, Connie Joe. Do I have Connie and Meredith both in here? First thing you heard was fertility. Oh God, I'm safe. So, but fertile is the ability to grow anything. You know, one of the things about the Empress is the Empress didn't get to be the Empress without, you know, a few long-term marathons that probably had some obstacles. The Empress to me is like the embodiment of somebody who's done the Phoenix thing a couple of times. The Empress doesn't really worry because she knows whatever falls apart around her, she has the ability, the wisdom, the knowing, and the experience to recreate, and sometimes not even recreate, create what now serves her. She's not stuck in anything. She's not, it's just gorgeous energy. But that Page of Swords in between. We have, you know, the Page of Swords is internet. It's information. Sometimes it's misinformation. Because it's a little bit. You know, you've heard the saying, a little bit of information can be dangerous. Page pages carry messages. This one is in reverse. Sometimes it means somebody stopped spying on you on the internet. And even when sometimes people are together, they still look on the internet. If they're having a fight, if somebody feels off, somebody's shifting through, healing something, they might check the internet, even though that you are available to speak to all the time. We've kind of been, I don't want to say trained, but it's I think we have all acclimated so much to the internet and the representation. I think the Empress knows that the internet is never going to be the authentic representation of that person. The Empress knows that the internet is like, 50% reality and sometimes less than that. So with this Knight of Swords who wants to rush in and have conversation, and this Empress who's very solid in herself, the Page of Swords makes sense to me because that is like I don't want to have small conversation. I don't want to have mixed messages. I don't want to have to look at the internet. I want to rush in and have conversation, and I want to have it with my full authentic self. This is probably one of the best readings. I don't know. It's because Connie Joe and Meredith showed and sprinkled all of their like Sagittarian magic in the energy, because I read for the energy that's interacting with me, right? I mean, we still have to clarify, so I don't want to, but it's pretty dang good. We have the Magician. So, I mean, in your energy so far, we have the happy ending. We have the knowing who you are. Hi, my peach. I was talking about how I sent you something and your UPS guy is like, you the peach? So the Magician manifests, the Empress, the Magician manifests, and it's a very similar energy because that Magician is really an alchemist. And it's understanding how to use all four elements to make something materialize. To bring it from thought to investing your emotions in it, to creating, to having it materialize, that pinnacle. There's always all four elements showing up in that Magician card. You got it on and popping here, Sagittarius. Like, this energy is, when we talk about like your energy is immaculate, this energy is immaculate. In their energy, we have this really weird George W. Bush or George, whatever, George 2, whichever one it is. That's what he looks like. I don't want any cards that look like him because he's just like a funny looking little man. But nothing to do with anything else. It's just, that is the King of Swords. I really like that for your person too because it shows maturity. If you've been in one of my readings before, Knights are okay. Knights are okay. I don't love them. Knights are, except for the Knight of Pentacles, taking his sweet time going at his own pace. When I say his, I really kind of mean the horse. Because they were all normally on horses. But the other ones they're, the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands are like passing through for the moment. And the Knight of Cups can sometimes be a love bomber. What I love to see when I see a knight is for that impetus to be followed up with a mature energy. Follow through, right? We talk about how sometimes Aries doesn't have the best follow through. That's why somebody that's got some maybe fixed or earth placements can be really good counterbalance. for that. So we have impetus and follow through. That's the King of Swords. Also, I just said it in Aries. One of my favorite cards in the whole deck. The King of Swords is in his integrity. He's the King of Swords. They are truthful. They are full of integrity. They work off their wisdom, and they have a lot of wisdom to share. There's value no matter what experiences. The King of Swords is like, it doesn't matter that the experiences were amazing. Whatever was extracted from that experience builds wisdom, integrity, and they're helpful. King of Swords is someone you can go to for advice. I almost don't. Can we not clarify this reading? Can we just like pull a lovely Into the Woods card and be like, that's it, we're done. This is all happy. I'm almost sus. I'm almost sus of the reading. It's so good. Now, here's the only card that I'm like, wait, what? Between their Knight of Swords and your Magician, we have the Two of Pentacles in reverse. Now, you know, she doesn't seem very comfortable. If that's supposed to be balance, then no thank you. Two of Pentacles for me always represents that place when we're in the beginning of trying to figure out how to balance something, where it feels awkward, right? You know, all the working parents, when you're trying to figure out how you balance family and career, we can just like, I do really well as a parent, and I do really well in my business, but finding that space in between where one does not suffer. I had a successful business at one point, and people would ask me why I walked away from it. And I said it felt like I had two boats in the water, and I couldn't be in both boats at the same time. So it was always like one was not doing well, and one of those boats had my family in it. So as much as I love that, that was an easy decision, really. But I cannot tell you the stress I was under. I had amazing kids, and I had an amazing business. But the stress in between that space of trying to make them both work at the same time, oh my God, right? And then I that was 10 years ago, more than that. And I just heard Shonda Rhimes do this amazing commencement speech when she said, everybody asked me, well, how do you do it? I say, I don't. And I promise you, that was my answer. For everybody's like, I don't know how you do it. I would look at them and go, I'm not. If you see one thing, I always am aware that something else is like starting to capsize while something else is doing really well, because we're one person. Two of Pentacles is like that feeling. It's Pentacles. There's something to put your hand on. There's a want to balance, but it feels real awkward. It's trying to find that sweet spot. It's in reverse. Okay, we'll clarify. I don't know if this means that it's in reverse because people have stopped. Like, I'm not going to try to, you're going to do you and I'm going to do me, which would be great, right? Like, let's take down the patriarchy and codependency while we're at it. I mean, obviously the first thing is more impactful to the collective, but did it again. And also the bottom of the deck energy is the Five of Cups in reverse. In all of this, there's something to be grieved. And a lot of this feels like a breakthrough. We have to take things at our own pace. We have to take things at our own pace. And so sometimes we have to let what we're healing, what we're processing, right? Without all the spiritual mumbo jumbo, what we are processing, we hold it in our bodies. And sometimes we just get to the point where we're like, okay, I have to attend to this. And sometimes that just takes us out. It takes a lot. And so we have to integrate before we can take on another thing. That's what this feels like. This feels really good, and you've earned it. This is earned for sure. And then when you're ready, you'll finish processing something else. And that's life. But I think you know. I think you know, and you have every right, right? With that 8 of Pentacles and the Magician and that 10 of Pentacles, the Empress, you have every right to just enjoy this. Ebb and flow, baby. All right, so let's clarify. No. Yeah. I almost want to use like the pretty cards so that like the truthful part of me just wants to use my Light Seers deck and make sure I'm getting you the full message. Although I would like to just call this a day because this reading is amazing. Connie Joe, can you share the link? If you just like go on where it's the the thumbnail of it on the channel and press share. Do you want to share the link? Or maybe I have it. I don't know if I have it on my computer though. But everybody set their alarm, 7 p.m. on Tuesday. Okay. All right, don't get scared. It's going to be okay. The Devil card. This is like the hottest out. It came out in reverse. Connie Joe actually sent me this deck. This Devil card, when I got this deck, it was right when, Lord help me, Little Nas came out with that, the Call Me By My Name, Call Me When You Want, right? And it was all like the video. And I remember thinking like, yeah, well, that's the devil does not come unattractive. Yeah, the devil does not, but this is the most accurate depiction of what the devil actually looks like when it comes to us. He could call me by my name. Like, I remember thinking, like, if that's what the devil looks like, no wonder he's going down the pole. I'd be like, I'd be right there, Satan. It's in reverse, though, people. It's in reverse. Okay, so here's what the devil really is. The devil is not normally a person. I gotta tell you. People get scared of the devil card, the tower card, the death card. Kind of love all those. The devil, if we look really closely, and that's why I love this card. It's not just because he's got tattoos. It's because if we look in this corner here, we see the puppet strings. We see the anxiety. We see the not wanting to hear our own thoughts. The devil represents the self-sabotaging pressure, trauma manifested, belief systems about ourselves. It's usually the devil is how we can find the most impactful point where we are in our own way. Often the devil card is represented by two people that are like chained to the devil. But the devil is the toxic thought. The devil is the toxic belief. The toxic codependency. I don't know if you all have ever noticed, but the Lover's card and the Devil's card are almost the exact same card. Except for in the Devil's card, in the traditional tarot. In the Devil's card, the devil is behind them, and there's chains, and it's dark. It's like a dungeony kind of 50 Shades of Tarot kind of feel. And then in the Lover's card, we have that angel. Otherwise, the positioning of the people, exactly the same. When it's in reverse like this, that happy ending, that working on ourselves, and the reciprocity that has ebb and flow is now coming, because sometimes the biggest sometimes the biggest obstacle is not the other person, it's the belief systems around why we need them, about why we need the person, why we can't get out of the relationship, why we get tied to toxic mechanisms, coping mechanisms, trauma manifested behaviors, all of that. When it's in reverse like this, remember before I drew this card, I said, this is earned. This is an earned flow. When we talk about ebb and flow, this is earned. Sagittarius worked on this, and that's super confirmed. But the devil in reverse is like that you did some work. You did work. Yeah, that might have been me. I might have mentioned tattoos. I like them looking like a desk at detention. You know what I mean? Okay. Yeah, listen to me. We're still in the middle of Sagittarius' reading, and then at the end, then I'm gonna draw cards for people. All right. So in the current energy, let's get all the cards out. In the current energy for that Empress, we have the Three of Wands. And it's funny because it brings me back. Hi, Nicole. It's a party. All week long, that song, I don't know if it's the Yin Yang Twins. I don't know who it is, but like, do you want it from the front? Do you want it from the back? And we're all having the devil conversation. Along with all of this personal empowerment is a reigniting of passion. So I've been hearing that song in my head, and I did not want to say it out loud. When I don't want to say something, it starts to feel like there's a small knife in my ear until I say it out loud. It's one of the fun things of being a physical clairsentient. It is unfortunately my physical sign for just say it. As it is, you never know what might come out of my mouth. So when I'm reserving, when I'm like trying to be gentle, then it's, you know, it's something extreme. But if you know that song, you know it. I'm not going to sing the rest of it. You want it over here, you want it over there. Weird download interruption. Okay, so Three of Wands. Little John likes that. Three of Wands makes perfect sense to me. When I was talking about, like, it felt like this awkward moment, or it felt like balance, it felt like you're coming away from self-sabotaging behaviors. Three of Wands is like making the decision, going with what aligns and you feel passionate about, what feels like it might satiate you, and then kind of waiting for your ship to come in and making the decision out of Not overthinking, not what's gonna financially benefit you, not what people pleases somebody else. Literally making that decision based on what feels passionate to you, what feels aligned in your like real desires. And with the Empress, it means you did that knowing like no matter how this works out, it's the right decision because it feels good. Not because it looks good on paper. It might work out on paper. Not because it people pleases someone else and it might work out, you know? But the thing is no matter what happens next, you're the Empress and you got it. I think 4 people just dropped off when I sang the yin yang. It's going to be what it's going to be, and the people who are meant to be here will be here. We have the gorgeous Justice card on their Knight of Swords. God, this is a great reading. The only thing is like on the Page of Swords, we have the Judgment card in reverse. Now, the Judgment or the call, past, present, and future. And yes, it's a little bit about judgment, but it's really about like how we talked about this in I believe the Aries reading. It's what you do with your time, what you do with the experience. So like when we talk about the Judgment card to me is almost like representing retrogrades. Where we re-examine things with that new healed version of ourselves, that new empowered wise version of ourselves, and God knows that you're doing it. You're doing the damn thing. You did the work and you're there, right? So Judgment in reverse here I feel is tied to that Page of Cups in reverse. In other words, like there's a little piece. So like you're getting to a place where you're starting to incorporate what you learned and how you grew in the past to the present. There's still a little piece missing, but it's fine. Like I don't think this is I just think that like you also don't want to move forward with too much of the past. And Sagittarius doesn't love to do that. Sagittarius doesn't really love confrontation. Sagittarius would rather let bygones be bygones and move forward. I don't think of Sagittarius as somebody who holds grudge. They certainly don't have judgment. Judgment in reverse, if we're going to look at it in a very one-dimensional way as judgment, then judgment in reverse is very much Sagittarius. Sometimes their own detriment depending on the company they keep. This is still a good reading. I gotta tell you, I was a little nervous. Manifestation and the 10 of Wands. What did I say? When we have 10s on the table, we're completing, that's a chapter. It's a chapter closed, which is letting you manifest new things. Also, manifestation, and let me know if you want me to do something about manifestation. Manifestation is quantum physics. It's also like, I hate coining corny phrases like high vibrational and low vibrational. It is what it is. It's not, low is not bad and high is not always great. I don't ever want to encourage anybody to fake something. So when we talk about manifestation and like really starting to believe, we have to retrain our minds. Just the way that like if you're losing weight, you're getting back in shape, you have to retrain your body. You have to retrain your minds. And those little devil moments, the self-sabotaging thoughts, you would not be human if you did not let those creep in once in a while. Humility is a self-checker to make sure we're not fully working out of hubris, even when we're having a like, yeah, I did the damn thing moment. Pride and hubris are two different things. This manifestation, this Empress, it came because you closed a chapter. that needed to be closed. And there may be part of that burden, again, Five of Cups in reverse, again, Judgment in reverse. There may be a little part of that burden that's lingering that doesn't make it a failed, closed chapter. It makes us human. Geez, this is a great reading. We have the Hierophant on top of our Knight of Swords, our King of Swords. And I love this Hierophant. We see the mandala, right? And when we talk about, if you don't know, it's an intricate piece of sand art. And traditionally, like, monks would spend so much time making it so beautiful and so perfect. And then they would wash it away. Because if we put a goal line to everything has to be perfect, we rob ourselves of a lot of happiness. The whole idea of the mandala is to create something beautiful and then not form such an attachment that we don't let more new beauty, new designs, new creativity in. That we don't block it out in fear that that will ever, like, in protection of the original mandala, right? Hierophant, gorgeous Taurus card, and we have that elevation. It's a spirit-led moment. It's hierarchy, but it's really spiritual development, especially when we're seeing it on the Knight of Swords with that integrity and that wisdom and that truth. Man, both Leo and Aries, I was saying, like, sometimes, you know, especially Aries is like, I won, I did it, I'm here first. But that can become painful when the thing we're ahead of somebody in is personal development, because you can't make the other person be in a different place in their journey. We want to, we try. Sometimes we bump up against enabling when we do that, but to have this incredible, like, it's that Six of Pentacles card. It's that Six of Pentacles where it's like there's balance even when it's not perfectly balanced. We have the Two of Wands in reverse over this Two of Pentacles. Very, very interesting energy to me. This is upcoming in the energy between. I think whatever burden you put down, whatever other two wands you left behind, whatever self-sabotaging behavior you left behind to get to the Ten of Pentacles, to get to the Empress, to get to the Magician, right? To start all over again in this really new, empowered place, you have absolutely no intention of going backwards. It's human to have small slide backs. It's called processing. If you beat yourself up for having 2 steps forward and 1 step back, then you're going to spend a lot of time in guilt, shame, feelings of failure and disappointment in yourself. And I promise you, those all are far more toxic to your happiness, your peace, and your development than any person or situation could ever be. I said what I said. They're in this really almost like euphoria of climbing up, and you're in a place of like, that chapter is closed, I'm on the, so there's balance here. There's a slight difference. I feel like it's creating this Two of Wands and the Two of Pentacles in reverse. Now, this can also be seen kind of positive because the Two of Wands is feeling like I have to leave one thing for the other. I don't think that you have to feel, I feel like this is a vibe of I don't have to leave this person behind and continue to not go backwards, and continue to go forward. I actually really like this. Let's get a message from your person. I look super pale. I don't look super pale in real life. I don't know what's going on. I keep getting like 5 cards falling out at once. I am changing and I want to be what you deserve. Let's get an Into the Lonely Wood card and then I'll start taking questions. Are you asking me if I'm into younger men? No, you must be this tall to ride this ride and this old. I'm an honest girl. I have patience for a lot of things. But I've been down that road. Yeah, it's not a, if you want to come and chill out, you know, we're cool, we're Gucci, but I'm not going to continue to answer questions like we're on Tinder. But it's a very cool community if you want to hang out. I should call it my love filter. I'm surprised anybody would want to know my sign because I actually don't have any filters right now, nor do I have makeup. Okay, the Fortunate Companion. Oh God, this is one of my favorite illustrations in the deck. I just got a message from Meredith. I'm not gonna lie. I normally am not distracted, but I just wanted to say, this is beautiful. Let's read. I'm so sorry, Mary. What I should call it, my love, the aura behind me. Yeah, I do a lot of things spiritually. One of the things I don't often see is like I don't like read auras the way somebody can. Yes, story time, Syra. But I constantly get told that I have a pink, not this light, like that, you know, when I don't have pink lighting behind me, that I have pink light around me. Okay, the Fortunate Companion. Grab a snack, RB, because I'm going to read to you. Story time. Okay. When we talk about alone time, that's just been the theme for today. When we talk about alone time, and especially if we have walked alone to learn to know who we are once again, allowing others in a very vulnerable experience. Yet it's worthwhile. There's a fortunate companion who wants to only share their friendship gladly with no demands or expectations, but with joy having you by their side for a time when you are both connected. There grows a good fortune. This is so relevant to this reading. For you benefit each other with the gifts of laughter, sharing, and understanding. Well, ain't that perfect for Sag? Trust and listen as they share their secrets of their soul, for you two are safe to share what lies very deep within you with this kindred spirit, this fortunate companion of the lonesome path. Well, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. Also makes total sense for this reading. Replay viewers, I hope you get to catch a live, because the communities, they're funny mofos and they're non-judgmental and super supportive. It's like our little virtual cheers, if you will. But I'm about to do free reads, so thank you for watching. Live chat people, hang out.